Today we're going to be taking a look at a very OP intelligent build. We are going to be focusing for level 150, dealing magic and bleed damage. Every strike that we hit, we are going to become even more powerful. After patch 1.06, this build, especially because we're using that Meteoric or blade, one of the best and most amazing katanas, because you are able to deal not only magic, physical, but on top of that, you also have a nice bloodlust buildup. And we're going to be using all of those three different things to our advantage, so we are able to melt away magically any foe and boss in Elden Ring. If you guys like how that sounds, a like is much appreciated. And I just want to say big thank you for those that hit the thanks button and also join the Bold Nation. You guys make the dream happen. So let's continue with this build, and we are going to be focusing on two weapons. So we are going to be able to deal not only physical, magic, but on top of that, bloodlust build up to the max. And as you guys are seeing, the Meteoric or blade fully leveled up, it hits 274 with 176 magic and a 50 bloodlust buildup. And then on top of that, we're going to be pairing it up with the Katana, fully leveled up to 36. But on this one, we are going to be causing a bloodlust buildup of 83. Since both weapons do deal bloodlust damage, we are going to be using the seppuku to be able to optimize this build. It make it very, very deadly each strike. And since this is an intelligent build, we are going to be able to use the Staff of Loss. This is one of the best staff that you guys can get in the game right now. It's not the best one, it's not the worst, but it's one of the better ones that you guys can get, because the sorcery scaling is 249. And since this is a intelligent build, we are going to be able to use this one because the attribute scaling is an S. So we're going to be boosting our sorcery to another level. Now, before I continue, I just want to let you guys know really quick that all the different locations to all the weapons, armor, talismans, and everything that is within this build is going to be towards the end of the video. And then we're going to be able to use the Golden Order Seal. This one right now, it scales at 290. We are going to be dealing a very high damage. And the Golden Order Seal is going to help us out within the build itself, because it does scale by intelligence and also faith. And since within this intelligent build, blood loss is a big factor, we're going to be using the white mask. This is going to level up 10% when blood loss is at a vicinity. It's going to raise it by 10%, and we're going to be using the Raptor's black feathers, which is going to help us with a 10% when we do any jump attacks. And then we're just going to use the fingerprint gauntlets and also the greaves themselves, because it's a very light armor, but on top of that, it gives you a good poise of 22 all put together. It's going to help us within the build. And then we're going to use the Lords of Blood Exaltation. This was going to raise the attack power by 20% when blood loss is at a vicinity. And since we are using two of the most amazing katanas, which is the Meteoric or blade and also the Katana, pair out, put together, we are going to be dealing a lot of damage really fast. And to make that happen even faster, we are going to be using two of the most amazing talismans that you guys should always put together with any katana build, in which is the Millicent Prosthesis. This is going to boost your dexterity by 5 points, raises your attack power with any successive attacks. And then on top of this, we're going to be using the Rotten Windset Sword Insignia. This one is going to greatly raise attack power with successive attack. So put together, it's a 1-2 punch that is going to be deleting anything that gets right in front of us. And then on top of this, we are going to be taking advantage of the Shard of Alexander, because this one is going to greatly boost the attack power of skills. Now, as you guys know, the skill within the weapon itself is going to be none other than Gravitas. Gravitas, what does it do? It does a thrust armament into the ground to create a gravity well. So when we do the gravity attack, it's going to pretty much just suck anything towards you, and we're going to be doing a lot of damage with our katana because that is one of the main focus within this build. But later on, I'm going to show you guys how to use it. And then on our wondrous physics, we are going to be using two crack tiers. One is going to be the intelligent not crystal tier, which is going to boost our intelligence at 10 additional points for 3 minutes. And we're also going to be using the magic shrouding crack tier, which is going to boost our magic attack. Since our weapon itself has a scale of magic, this is really going to help the weapon itself to level it up to another level. And then on top of that, all the different spells that we are going to be using that are within this build, which I will be showing you in a bit, along with our staff of loss, which scales by magic, is going to be raising the potency within the magic of this build, and we are going to be hitting a lot harder with magic itself. Now, the two incantations that we're going to be using in this build are going to be the Golden Bow and also the Flame Grant Me Some Strength. Both of those are going to be able to raise our potency of this build by an additional 25%. And since we are using an intelligent build, we are going to be able to use the Stars of Ruin. It just tracks anything that gets really close to you and is going to be able to hit every single one of those things that just fires up. I believe it's like 5 of them are going to strike at your opponent, which you are going to be able to take advantage of that. Then on top of that, we are going to use the Loretta's Greatsword. This one here deals a good amount of damage because not only are you able to just hold it, the longer you hold it, the more damage you are going to be able to do. But on top of that, once you guys let it go, is going to do a great amount of damage because, as I mentioned, we are lifting our potency of our magic, which is going to deal more damage than the usual. So there are 3 different ways that we are able to use this build. As you guys are seeing here, we're not only going to be able to do hack and slashes just really fast, and then on top of this, we are going to be able to use a combination of the Meteoric blade, which is going to attract anything to us. And then on top of that, we are going to be able to melt them away with our katanas, because anything that sucks in is going to come our way, and we're going to just deal an great amount of damage to anything that gets really close to us. And also we have the 2 different spells that we are able to use within this build, which is going to be the Stars of Ruin and the Loretta's Great Bow. These 2 sorceries are going to be able to give us that flexibility to be able to fight from far away. So all put together, you guys are going to be able to use this build and just have a very versatile build that you guys are going to be able to use in the game itself. As this is a level 150 build and we need to take care of 3 different type of attributes, we need to make sure that our points are well spread out so we are able to become very powerful. So we are going to be seeing the following for level 150. Vigor at 45. We just need enough HP to stay in the game to be able to deal a great amount of damage to our foes. Mine is going to be at 25 to be able to use the different type of incantations and also spells. And then endurance is going to be at 25. He's giving us a medium weight. Strength is going to be at 15. And then dexterity is going to be at 35. And intelligence, which is the highest one that we need to have to make sure that we are raising the magic that is within this build. By raising your intelligence, you guys are going to be able to raise the potency that is within the katana itself. And then faith is going to be at 25 to be able to use golden bow and raise our power to 15 for 80 seconds. And then arcane is going to be at 9. So final thoughts about this build. Make sure you guys are always leveling up your intelligence and dexterity. The higher you guys go up on those 2, the stronger your magic is going to be able to get on this build. Now, if you guys want to go the route of leveling up your strength, you can always do and just raise all 3 together. But I will recommend doing intelligence and dexterity. You have a very versatile build that is going to allow you to fight at close encounters. It's going to allow you to fight from far away and deal a tremendous amount of damage, not only with physical magic, but also blood loss, because we are using a lot of the things within this build to be able to take advantage of that and raise the potency and the physical damage on this build.